It's all a good time, but better. Way better. Because I wrote it.
I love that chorus.
Balls on your chin.
God, you look fucking silly, dude.
Fuck you, Wes.
Slipknot shirt with the chocolate milk and the beer stein.
Dig what you dig.
Oh, man.
Is this recording?
This is recording right now.
Nice.
That's... I love your face. Oh, that was great. It's like a baby.
Again, we were trolling high schools looking for a girlfriend from Max. That's just how he likes them, like some fresh and pure.
And ultimately, Jason came in. We weren't sure because he was another young dude. But ultimately, he came in, and that kid's amazing, I think. We went in the studio with him, and he did 5 tracks in about 2 hours. No mistakes. Like, damn near perfect.
Oddly enough, he's actually our youngest guy is actually our most responsible person out of the entire band. He's the one that always shows up early. All the shows he stays, even though he can't drink and has to like sit in the corner and stuff because he's too young to actually walk around the bar. He always watches all the bands. He's always like the last person to freaking leave. Pretty much if the rest of us could just emulate him a little bit, be a lot better band for it.
I'll tell you what. He was the savior at the time. We were very lucky and very fortunate to get a drummer as good as Jason is. I don't think that there's a drummer out there that would fit better with us than him.
You know, kid takes his playing very seriously, not himself, which is very cool.
We've actually just had full sessions of adding and subtracting parts from his drum set, just to fuck around and like actually see where that kid's limits were.
Throw a cowbell and it really fucks some people's brains.
Oh, no, it's somewhere. I'll see if I can get this right.
Do the same thing with the cowbell and the cymbal. Do your real taps with your feet. Should we get the keg involved too?
Oh, that's how big is my fucking kid gonna be?
He's only been playing for, I think I can count on one hand how many years he's been playing, and I just think, I don't know, I think we lucked out with that one, because if this band can hold it together for another 5 to 10 years, he's just going to blow us all away.
You're a hard one to interview, man. You are.
What do you mean I'm hard?
You're drinking chocolate. God damn it, Dave. Okay. Who's that?
I know, my drums suck.
Come on, man, you guys just fly in and pick up the green clothes. I need a clean copy of this song.
What, the cowbell?
Last night.
You done? Yeah.
We're here with Dave, Audio Voss, from Machines of Penalty.
Murder Voss.
Murder Voss.
Driving this coaching. Low tones.
That bass guy. Were you around here when he was brought into the band? I'm assuming you are, because he's the newest member of the band.
Unfortunately, fucking bass players.
And we got Dave, just some random guy knocked on the door one day, said he had a flat tire, wanted to use the phone. So we were short a guy, like, yo dude, you know how to play bass? He said, I'll figure it out. So I think he's been doing a pretty kick-ass job since.
Dave, we played a show with Dave's band. I forget what the name of their band was. They had a chick singer.
The whole thing that pretty much won me over is Mike came out and he handed me a copy of Sick of It All and he said, here you go, there's your album, do whatever the hell you want with it. And after being from a band where I had very little to almost no creative freedom. I went to another band that had endless creative freedom, and that was just pretty much the bottom line for me.
Yeah, he came in, and I just thought it was going to be forever to teach him the songs. And I'll tell you what, the first night we were playing at least 3 to 4 songs, and he learned them really quick, and I knew right then and there that we found the perfect match.
And then we got Dave here. Well, he kind of crosses the bridge. You know, kind of does it all. Does a slap, does that well. And he writes, which is a new thing. Our latest song we're working on is one of Dave's riffs that actually came in and came up with a pretty good, strong song, I think, from it. So, which is a nice departure from the past. So.
Yes, Dave, he's a good bassist. It's fun to mess around with him, too. It's cool because we kind of have like almost like a newer school census style, so it's cool trying to come up with stuff with him.
Dave's quiet. He's actually just started coming out of his shell. He's been in the band about a year, I'll say 11 months to a year. Could be off on that. For the first 10 months, he was here. He was just quiet, stood in the corner, played bass, never voiced an opinion. Recently, we've had some issues with the band, and I never knew the guy could actually talk, so I'm actually valuing some of the opinions he's throwing out at me. It's kind of a shock.
Amazing bass player, probably the best bass player we've had yet. Don't know much about him at all. We know we found him on Craigslist. So he might be a serial killer, we're not quite sure yet. Sometimes has that look in his eye.
What are your feelings on Dave being a quote-unquote, what's the term I'm looking for, alleged terrorist?
I always knew there was something different about him, but I couldn't quite get my finger on what it was. Hey, Dave!
But again, he might be a serial killer. We're not sure.
I love that answer.
Look at him, dude. You know him. He's got that look in his eyes. He could be shifty. He might be a terrorist.
He's got the look of death.
Just shaved his beard off. But if he grew a beard, definitely terrorist.
Throw a turban on him?
Throw a turban on him? Grow a big long beard? I would definitely get off a plane he was on.
I told you to stick to order, dude.
I told you it was going to be the first one, so therefore I'm sticking to the.
3 times a week. I fucking swear it. But anyway.
Yeah, and you keep denying my unemployment. All right. All right.
How are we doing the toilet again?
Well, no, we're going to do it here now, especially since Dave's behind you. Do you think this man? Do you think this man right here, where my fingers point, is a terrorist?
Oh, absolutely. Al Qaeda all the way.
I knew it.